What's going on? What is going on? It is your boy, Smooth Blaze, and I'd like to welcome you back to the Reality Check, Present versus Future Self, episode 18. Now, before we get into all the major points for this week, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Also, hit that notification bell, select all, so you will not miss one video. Now, previously, 2 weeks ago, the topic we discussed is the power of saying no. Understanding that in every situation, you're not obligated to do certain things, but you have to make sure that you set boundaries to ensure that when you do say yes, it's meaningful and it makes sense. For this week, what we discuss will be the importance of self-awareness and execution. So as we think about the importance of chaos breeding opportunity, we have to look at all these aspects of the importance of chaos and what it does when it involves opportunity. So what have I learned about myself? One, that I move with a purpose. That's very important. In your life, always move with a purpose. Next, be mindful of your weaknesses and faults. We all have areas where we lack, so always be able to look at those areas and strengthen those. Be more logical than emotional. Don't allow your emotions to dictate how you move. You will put yourself in horrible situations because you're not using your logic. Understanding that change is constant, so you can always depend on that. Meaning, in majority of the situations that you go through in life, change is going to always be there. You have to be able to navigate in those spaces to ensure that once change happens, that you'll be prepared for all these things to happen, so nothing bad happen to you. As we look at what are some healthy habits that I have, just think about some healthy habits that you have for yourself. Just think about a couple of those, just for example. One would be listening more than I speak. When you listen more than you speak, it allows you to analyze information versus just responding. Maintaining a positive mindset to overcome static, meaning no matter what you're going through, stay positive, look at the good things about what's going on. Those negatives are going to happen, but be able to focus in on that positive to make sure that you can overcome. Take care of your body and having a safe place to zone out, meaning your body is your only temple that you have. You get one body, so make sure you take care of it. And find a safe place, meaning when you're going through a lot, have somewhere in your home, somewhere that you can go where you can let everything out so that you can be refreshed to bring back to reality. Compete with yourself. Stop worrying about everybody else. They're worried enough about what they got to do. You focus on what you got to do. And lastly, focus on results and stop making excuses. We need to look at what exactly can we accomplish versus what are the barriers between that. So as we look at that, we think about the time that we spend on different things and how to execute in these situations. So the question is, in certain times of uncertainty, how effective are you in your response? Meaning, during times where we have deadlines, we have projects, we have this, we have that going on, how effective are you in those spaces that allow you to get the best results? You have to really look at yourself and be honest with yourself. Can you deal with pressure well? If you can't, you're not going to survive heavy. And also, do you spend a lot of time wasting on complaining? Meaning, you're going through so much. You got so much on your shoulders. Are you going to sit back and just complain, or are you going to actually do something about it? If not, your complaining or the time that you spend complaining could be in the same time you can find out or resolve the issue. Now, relationships, let's get into it. Do you know how to read the players in the room? When I say this, I mean whatever organization or wherever you work at or wherever environment that you're in, can you identify those key players, those key persons, or those key persons that people get in contact with? Can you identify them so when there's time for you to move or execute or you need some, you know exactly where to go to? In addition to that, if you know this, how can you use these connections to execute your plan more efficiently? Meaning, if you have an idea and you've been in the business for about 3 or 4 years and you see this plan or process that's going on don't make sense and it's repetitive. Based on the players that you know, find a way to execute and lay out a blueprint to sell to them so that they be able to say, you know what? He's been here or she's been here this long time. She's been paying attention to these details, and this could cut us a lot of time. So always understand those relationships that you build as far as professionally and personally will cause you to create plans to execute in times of chaos that will allow you to stand out and be able to profess or to let your thoughts and your ideas flow. Next, financial side from financial management's perspective. In this world of inflation, how can we make better or smarter decisions with our finances? Because we know that going to Walmart, you spend at least $100, and that could be on like 8 to 9 items. So that the biggest thing is that we have to figure out what's the best way. Do we have to downsize, or do we have to go with a different brand in order to save more money? Because at the end of the day, gas is high. Buying groceries is high. Even paying for food just to be already prepared is high. So we got to be strategical. And can I come up with some creative ways to increase my income? Meaning, I don't care if you got a DoorDash. I don't care if you got to Spark Drive. I don't care if you have to do work 3 or 4 jobs. Make sure that you are hustling to the point where you see inflation coming, but your income is going up, or you have an opportunity to make more because your money is everything. You have to be able to have money to move strategically in this world. So always be mindful of that. And it's the major one that we need to really tap into, your faith level. In times of chaos, how do you center yourself? For me, in times of chaos, I take a step back, I pray, ask God for guidance and clarity throughout this situation. Ask God to help me get through this day, because it's going to be rough. There's going to be things that I'm not aware of, and there's going to be things that I'm frustrated with. But let me keep pushing. Let me keep pushing through. I promise you I'm going to make it. In addition to that, knowing that God holds my future, right? Do I truly believe He protects me in every environment? If I know that He's my protector and He will shield me from things, from seen and unseen enemies, my thing is, why not lean on Him more than what I should? Why get so frustrated when chaos comes? Because at the end of the day, God is going to destroy whatever comes your way. He didn't say you wasn't going to get no pressure. He just knows that in those times, who you going to lean on? You going to lean on your own self? You going to lean on your own skills and your own abilities? Or you going to allow God to be your head and you use your skills and abilities intertwined with that? That's a better recipe. So as you look at all these different levels, the different attributes of faith, even the financial side, even learning about yourself, now that I am ready to tackle this complex world, how do I see my future? 1, having confidence in myself and producing positive results. That's major. That's something that I see for myself. Next, understanding God is my protection and He cannot be removed. Meaning, no matter what happens, if I believe and I have faith and I know that He can execute, I promise you, nothing will stop me from doing what I gotta do. Next will be financial barriers will not stop you from achieving. In every aspect, we have to look, okay, it's supply and demand. You got to have some type of money. You have to have some type of service to get certain things. Sometimes you're able to go in between those things because of who you know, to allow you to get to different places that you've never been to. So there's always going to be chaos. But between that time with your chaos, with your finances, just know that your connections will make room for you. Keeping in mind your mental health and wellness. Again, we have one body, we have one temple. Let's always take care of it. Also, mentally, we have to take care of that better. We can feed the spirit, but that mentality has to be fed as well. So, in addition to that, develop better relationships. Let go of those things that are not beneficial to you as far as your relationships, so that you can become or you can evolve into something 10 times better than what you received. Now, finally, having a story to tell. At the end of the day, what we go through, trials, tribulations, prepares us to help the next generation come. So we always have to make sure that we embrace the story, because the story be rough. It's not going to be nice. It's not going to be sweet. But in the same breath, it's worth it at the end, because you're going to reap the benefits or the fruits of your labor. So as we close, I'd like to thank you for checking out this channel. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Also hit that notification bell. Select all so you will not miss one video. Just remember this phrase before we check out. You cannot control the hand that was dealt us, but we can move with a purpose. It is your boy, Smooth Blaze, and I'm signing out.